Welcome to the Lead with Your Soul podcast. I'm Michelle Wright, your host and fellow traveler on this journey of self-discovery. This podcast is designed for women navigating life transitions and yearning to embrace their true selves. I'll be sharing my personal journey from navigating the complexities of divorce and blending families to reshaping my career to something that resonates with my soul. With 3 decades as a teacher and mentor, I'm here to share insights, heartfelt stories, and practical strategies. Together, we'll explore how to cultivate self-love and create the vibrant, fulfilling life you deserve. Join me each week as we dive deep into the art of living authentically.
Welcome to the Lead with Your Soul podcast. I'm Michelle Wright, your host, and I'm so glad you're here. Today, I'm going to be doing the mid-month messages for your soul. And the ways that I come upon these are over the past week. What are some of the messages or synchronicities that are coming to me through nature, through different words, songs that come in, kind of patterns that happen, as well as I pull 3 different cards just to talk about. And first, I'm just going to talk about the changes and what they mean. And as soon as I see these synchronicities, what I do is that I just lean in and connect with my soul. I connect with my spirit team and just try and understand what are these messages and how can they enlighten us? You can do the same thing. As you walk around, as you have synchronicities, as you see patterns in your life, and just lean into your own soul and figure out what are the messages for you. So as you're listening to this podcast, that's what you can do. Are there any words, phrases, images that just really click with you and that put you into your own thought, your own daydream, your own soul connection? Maybe even afterwards, you can just journal, open that up, and just allow yourself to freely write and connect and chat with your soul, your spirit team, and see what's coming around for you. So in this beautiful mid-October, I'm in Alberta, Canada, and we're in full autumn. And over our Thanksgiving weekend, this past 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, we had some snow. So we're also starting to lose our leaves and it's getting really cold at night, about -5. So as we're taking our loop around, we have this beautiful pathway that's right near an estuary for birds, this pond. It's called Napoleon Lake. It's just beautiful. And the birds are coming in and coming out. You hear them, depending on when you're walking around, you're going to hear so much noise and just this cacophony of sound. This morning, though, what I saw is there's just a few geese on this water source. And there's lots of ice forming in other spaces. So they're really trying to figure out where they can stay in the water and not get locked in by ice. And that was the message that came. Like when I'm thinking about that, I'm thinking of all the shifts that have happened since the solar eclipses, since the lunar eclipse, all these karmic shifts, all these big astrological changes that have occurred in the whole planet and within my own specific chart. And it often feels like that, like you're just kind of trying to swim around, finding out, okay, this is closed off now. And some of it, I was surprised areas were closed off. Some of it I knew were coming to an end. And so I was ready to allow those areas to be closed off. But it had me reflect, where in my life do I see the energy flow easily? And where in my life am I being invited to pull back my energy? Because now is not the time, right now. It might be in a relationship. It might be in your work. It might be in a creative endeavor. Where are you pulling back? That idea of where is the water open, easy flow. Energy is just going in and out, easy flow. And where is it more stagnant? And it might be seasonal, like this in the equinox is seasonal. It's just happening at this time. And at a certain point, then everything's going to be frozen over and then we move into more hibernation. But right now, it's just checking the flow and what's going on for you. And that's where it really connected to that, because I do see areas in my life where the flow isn't as easy. And sometimes you need to pull back, and I need to recognize that either the time is not now, so I could move forward even though the signs are saying not yet, and I could just push, 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 and I'm going to take like 200% of my energy to get what I need. Or I can wait until I see a natural flow in the energy. And maybe it's my own flow. Maybe it's I need to check with myself. Are there areas where I'm feeling stuck, where I'm not releasing and I'm staying in fear, or I'm staying in worry, anxiety, and creating blocks for myself instead of flow? So it's an opportunity to reflect this mid-month where you're at. Another piece that has been stunning is during the equinoxes, spring or fall. The sunrises and sunsets are spectacular. Just the angle of the sun and the light as it goes across the sky is these deep pinks, reds, oranges. And I just continuously am amazed by these colors. And I think also the days are getting shorter, so you're actually up seeing them and really experiencing them. And it made me think about what in my life is extraordinary. The ordinary happening every day, and yet it's a miracle. It's extraordinary. And I was walking with my husband, and I was kind of sharing this with him, just my insights about the sunrises and sunsets, and just saying, you know what, sweetie? You are my extraordinary. Because we've been going through a loss of his mom. And it's been a difficult journey through palliative care. And as she transitioned, and now, you deal with the life without her. You deal with the staff and closing of houses. And there's just lots of challenges. And yet, there's lots of beauty. I can say that we have really come to appreciate each other during these difficult times. We've come to recognize our soul connection and our love, and the way that we give each other grace, and the way we love each other deeply. And we know when we look at this other person that it would be hard to not have them in our lives. And on the walk today, I made sure to tell him that. And I'm not sure for you, what are the celebrations? What are these everyday extraordinary miracles that are in your life? Maybe they are people, maybe they're communities, maybe it's your home and the sacred space that you have that allows you to produce, or allows you to heal, or allows you just to be. Maybe it's the nature that you get to go to on a regular basis that really allows you to ground, allows you to connect more deeply with your own energy, your own soul, and therefore that of Mother Earth, Gaia, and the divine, the larger collective, that larger energy. But it is a moment. So whenever I see those sunrises and sunsets, and I am in absolute awe. I am coming back to myself and recognizing where is the awe in that moment, taking it in, taking a mental picture to keep in my heart and my soul of the beauty that surrounds me. and then looking where else I see it, because it does surround me. I believe in everyday miracles, and I believe that they happen to us, and I just need to search for them and see them. And that was a huge, big reminder. And a third message that I had from nature as we were walking is, we're just walking along, and then this small branch just fell from the tree. As I said, the leaves are gone, and I had never seen the twig or branch fall before. And when I looked on the ground, I actually saw a lot of these small branches, this pruning actually happening with these trees. And I thought that it's interesting. I didn't realize that as a tree prepares to hibernate for the winter, it starts to close off and just let go of some of these twigs that aren't big enough to take care of. Maybe they just need to, they're not going to help the overall growth of the tree. And I had never seen that. So it was just absolutely intriguing to hear it drop right beside me, and then to recognize what I was seeing on the ground. And then I start to think, as I shift seasons, similar to the beginning piece, where am I seeing energy flowing? Where am I seeing energy kind of stagnant? Shifts and changes right now. Where do I need to prune? Where do I need to recognize that that is not going to be of value for my alignment, for my soul? And so I need to pull that energy back again. And I need to recognize it. It is just a natural part of growth and development. We have ideas, we have dreams, and we try different things, and we go here and we go there. And then we recognize, no, that's not going to sustain me. So I need to pull back. I need to let it go and just give beautiful blessings. This tree gave beautiful blessings, put this twig back into the earth, and knowing that it's going to break down and give the earth the nutrients it needs. And that's the same with us, this pruning. And this has been a huge time of release and healing, and really recognizing for me what I need to release and heal. And my beautiful business mentor, Christy Yale, she always says, always be thankful for your triggers. Never waste a trigger. And it is so true, because the triggers are reminders where I still need to release, heal. I need to prune. I need to recognize I'm responding not in my highest potential, not in my greatest alignment, but often from a place of fear, from a place of scarcity, from a place of anxiety. I'm not enough. They're not enough. I'm not going to have enough. And that's not what I want to manifest in my life. I want to manifest a wholeness. I want to manifest an alignment. I want to manifest abundance. And I want to manifest joy, gratitude, happiness, service. And knowing what I want allows me to very clearly know what I can't give energy to. And like nature, and like this beautiful tree, I just need to prune with compassion and radical self-acceptance and non-judgment, recognizing where I want to go and what I need to get there. I'd be excited, just hop on the social media, connect with me on Facebook or Instagram, and just let me know. What signs do you see in nature? What are the synchronicities you have? And if you haven't, leave me a review, subscribe, connect. The second half of this is looking at some cards, and I see them connecting with the messages that I got in nature. And this is the Tao Tarot, and it's number 64. And it is this person who is on ice. And what's happening is that the ice is cracking. And this also comes in the liminal seasons, right? So it will get cold and the ice will crack. And so you have to be very careful in the fall and in the spring. This one is called Before Completion, and it's just talking about uncertainty, doubt, hesitation, loss of faith, unstable conditions, be extra cautious, or discord. And for me, when I look at this card and I think about what's happening, it's those messages that came in from the pruning of the tree and from the ice coming on the lake. Where do you need to be aware of what is not serving you? And this card just really reinforces that if you are not being served to your highest potential, then you have to make choices in your life, in the habits of your day, to make sure that you create more certainty in your life and what you want. I often call it's the difference between fate and destiny. Fate is just happens to you. So you're like in this card, you're on the ice, it's cracking, it's fate. So you have to know that you're going out at this time and now you see the cracking. What are you going to do? Are you just going to stand there and continue to move towards the cracks? Or are you going to get down low? Because for those of you who may not be near ice, what you need to do is get down low, disperse your weight over a larger surface area, and crawl towards the shore where you have safety. And that's destiny. Knowing how to respond, knowing what to do to get to the places that we need. We're getting messages in different ways because I believe the divine, the collective, wants us to get to our highest good. I believe that's what we came here to do, is our highest potential, and to continue to live in alignment. And there's so many different spiritual modalities to help us get there. And that's what destiny is about, is getting down low, making that choice of not just allowing things to happen to you, but responding in a way that allows you to become in alignment, that allows you to shine, that allows you to heal, that allows you to become the best version of yourself and live the most authentic life. And then I have the Australian deck from Mel Brown, and we have messages from Australia. And this one is abandoned, and it's from the energy of the fresh water. So fresh water is really about how it sustains us. And I was surprised because I'm like, how do we feel abandoned? This is an interesting energy. And then it made me think of the birds sitting in that water as they're being isolated. And you can be isolated. And I know myself going through the loss of my mother-in-law, it is easy to isolate myself, pull away. And I have recognized that I needed to surrender into the love. First of all, the love of my spirit team, the love of the ones who have gone, and really surrender and spend time. So I needed to shift my days. And I needed to shift my days and make sure that I came into a space where I could listen to quiet music that allows me to meditate, connect with my soul, connect with my spirit team, my ancestors, and my loved ones in spirit. Get their messages, get their love, and just lean in. I literally am leaning into their arms and just saying, hold me. The other place is the communities around me. I've recognized that I've pulled back because as life gets stressful and changes are difficult and I'm pruning and I'm not yet there, how am I reaching out to the communities that are present? The relationship with my husband I spoke about, and other people. Because when we feel abandoned, it's an opportunity to recognize that we need to reach out and open up to the support around us. And if you don't have that support, how can you cultivate it? How can you create it? Through prayer, through recognizing yourself as a resource and your soul as a resource. And I do that through my incense. I do that through my cards. And I feel connected. And then I do it through the people who are in my life. That's a big message, is we need to belong, and community is important. And there's a giving and receiving of that. And for me, the message is I need to receive. I'm really good at giving, and I need to learn how to receive so that's reciprocal, so that it's a beautiful flow of energy again, giving and receiving. I'm not just giving people support and help. I'm also asking for it and allowing myself to receive the love when I need it. And I have from Rebecca Lefebvre, she has this beautiful, she has watercolors that she did, and this is the fauna deck. And this is the trillium. This plant is called the trillium. And this, she has it, and then she writes about this flower. And she says, the trillium is about self-care. How fitting. The heart and soul of trillium can be found in its rhizome. This subterranean stem stores the nutrients that flora needs for new growth in spring. Each flower produces only one seed case per season, a testament to its singular qualities. Having learned the importance of rest and rehabilitation, trillium serves as a strong reminder that our essence is vital to our longevity. Self-care ensures we have the energy stored for future challenges and the capacity for growth when called upon. While we value this idea, many of us do little to make this activity a priority. What do you do to care for yourself? What can you make? How can you make self-care an essential priority? And when I think about what I knew from my messages from nature that I was getting, and then I look at these cards and how they're talking to us and connecting to us, that's where I always say you can't make this stuff up. And as well, it reminds me the self-care piece. And self-care means different things to different people. Self-care means you need to eat more or you need to eat less. In my case, I am an emotional eater. So I have to watch what I'm eating and how I'm eating it, because that's how I will stuff my emotions and make myself really dense, and it doesn't actually help me. So self-care means just being aware of that and being so compassionate with myself. So yes, if I would need some popcorn. Okay, how could I have some of that and yet not go overboard? Self-care might be increasing exercise. It might be looking at your sleep hygiene. Self-care might be looking at how you're connecting with other people. Self-care might be sitting in your room with incense, or with a comfy blanket around you and a beautiful cup of tea, and just feeling comfortable, loved, and taking a break. Self-care might be going to a comedy show so that you just laugh and laugh and laugh. Everybody is different. Everybody is unique in their self-care. Just connect to what your soul needs and recognize that it's part of you. It's part of your longevity. That was so powerful for me, our longevity. And if we're here for not only ourselves, but we're here also for the collective and to serve those around us. And so making sure that we have what we need to continue to have that reciprocal connection with other people means that we need to make sure that our gas tank is full, that our heart is taken care of, and that we find places for healthy living, love, joy, and happiness. Once again, please share this with someone who might need it. give me a like, connect with me on Instagram. And until next time, keep leading with your soul.
That wraps up another episode of the Lead with Your Soul podcast. I'm so grateful you chose to spend this time with me. As you navigate your own life transitions, remember to be gentle with yourself and embrace the journey. If you found value in today's episode, please subscribe and share it with others who might benefit. Join me next week for more insights and inspiration. Until next time, keep leading with your soul.